Looking to grow your business in 2022 with Google search ads? Well, this tutorial is just for you. What's up, everyone? My name is Svedin, and welcome to my channel. On this channel, we discuss all things YouTube ads, Google ads, display network ads, and how you as a business owner can utilize these platforms to grow and scale your business using proven, real, and up-to-date strategy. Now, if you would like to see more videos just like this one, make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you'll never miss any of the new and upcoming training videos that I'll be putting out very, very soon. Now, before I begin, it is important that you watch this entire video. Now, the reason why I say that is because Google likes to put what I like to call traffic traps inside its advertising platforms. Now, these traffic traps, they're designed to, take more money from you. All right, you'll still get results, but the results won't be as good, they won't be as cheap, they'll be more expensive. All right, so throughout this video, I will show you where these traffic traps are and how to avoid them. So make sure you watch the entire video and follow along step by step. Now, just like my YouTube ad tutorial, which I'll put a link to up here, this video is going to run a little longer than what my videos normally go for, all right? However, I promise, as you follow along, as you watch this tutorial, I promise you that you will know more about how to create successful Google search ads than 90% of most people out there, particularly most likely than your competitors. All right. So this will help set you up. This will help set you up for successful and long-term growth through Google search ads. So without any further delay, let's jump into the back of Google Ads platform and let's create some search campaigns. Okay, so we're in my own test accounts right now. I use this account for teaching purposes and whatnot. So the first thing you need to do, if you haven't done already, is you need to make sure that you have a Google Ads account. All right, so you need to go and do that first if you have done that already, and then come back to this video and start from this point right here. Now, if you have already created a Google Ads account, or if it's a brand new account, what you need to do is you need to make sure that you are in expert mode. All right, so what Google puts you in by default is smart mode. And smart mode is essentially a money trap that Google puts new advertisers in. And it basically says, hey, give us your money. You just put in some text and your, some copy and your URL, and we'll do everything for you. And, we'll get you some great results. Well, in my experience, and the experience of many, many other advertisers and marketers and business owners, it does not work well at all. It sucks up a lot of money. So do not run ad campaigns in smart mode. Do not. So if you are in smart mode, if the page is like this, then up here, right, I think it's up here, it'll say switch mode or switch to expert mode or some sort. Okay. You want to click that and you want to come into expert mode. This is where you'll have way more control of your advertising, and you'll be able to get a lot better results quicker and cheaper than if you did it through smart mode. So that's tip number one, never advertise in smart mode. Okay, tip number two, what you want to do is before you start advertising, you need to make sure you have your conversions set up. Okay, so there's some code that you need to stick on your website, on your sales funnel, that will allow Google to track actions people take on your website that are profitable. Right? These are your conversion actions. Now, if the word analytics and code just make your head ring with pain, this is a service that we do offer. You can send us an email. Send an email to support@titanmarketer.com. In the subject line, just put conversion help. And then what we'll do is we'll set up a call with you, and then we can help you and get it all done for you. You don't normally get done in a couple of days. So this is definitely something that we can help you with if it's something that you don't really want to do yourself. So yes, so tip number 2, make sure you have your conversion tracking set up before you start marketing. Okay, so let's dive right into creating campaigns, because that's what you're here. This is here what you want. That's why you're here. So let's just start from the very beginning. So we're going to create a new campaign. We're going to create a new search campaign. All right. So just say we're a local electrical business, right? It could be any business you want, but let's say a local electrical business. So we come in here, we hit new campaign, and we'll come up here to Google, say, hey, what kind of goal do you want to go off with? Okay. Now, these are some more AI type goals that Google will run with. Personally, I always do campaign without goal guidance, okay? Because I feel like I don't need guidance to create good campaigns. I don't need Google's help, really. So I always create a campaign without goal guidance. Now, obviously, we're going to be doing a search campaign. Now, you have display here, shopping, video, which is YouTube ads. You can do this apps, smart campaigns. These sometimes work, but I haven't had a whole lot. Local ads, local service ads, business ads, these can be really good. And discovery ads. All right. Most of the time, you'll be using search, display, shopping, video. These top 4 will be the ones that you use the most. Okay. But in this particular video, we're going to go over just search campaigns. So search campaigns, and we want people to visit our website. Okay. And I'm not going to worry about putting my website in there. If you want to, you can. Doesn't really make a difference. All right. So basically, you want to have, when you're naming your campaign, I like to do things a certain way. So I'll put like hi marketer, then I'll put it's a search campaign, and then I'll put the name of my business, which will be, for example, Marcus's Electrical Services, and then we can put the date, for example. If we're doing certain keywords, so if we're segregating out different keywords, so I could put electrical. Oh, no, I could put like near me keywords. Okay, near me, and then the date. Okay, I put the date here. Okay. Now, which today is what, the 20th. 20th of 12/21. Now, that's how I normally do it, and you can do it however you want, but that's how I normally do it, because it just keeps me nice and organized, and I'm the kind of person that needs to be organized. So with networks, okay, you do not want to include the display network. Okay, do not include display network in your advertising unless you're advertising on the display network. Okay, we want to focus on the search network. All right, so take that off, because that's going to waste a lot of money. And Google Search Partners, initially, we're going to take this off. The reason being is because Google doesn't really tell you who their search partners are. And, as an electrical service business, I would really only want to be on Google search, because that's where people are looking, right? For electrical services, they'll be looking inside Google search. So untick Google Search Partners and untick Google Display Network. Now, what we want to do is later on, right, when we want to scale a little bit more, get a bit more reach, then we can take on Google Search Partners. Okay. But until that time, we had a number of conversions going in our account. We want to untick that. Show more settings. Okay, we're not going to really worry too much about this. You can have ad schedules, but you don't show your ads during the day, during the nighttime, for example. In this case, I let it run all day and all night. Now, locations. This is really important. Okay, we want to enter locations. Say I'm a local service business, right? The electrical Marcus Electrical Services, and just say I want to advertise in a certain area. Okay, so let's just say I pick Orlando. Okay, so you can do Orlando, Florida, and that'll target all over the Orlando area. Okay, but maybe I want to get a bit more granular. Okay, maybe I want to do a certain area in Orlando. Okay, so you go to advanced search, and then you hit radius, and then you can pick. Okay, let's scroll in. Okay, so what you can do is I want to do, let's just say, 20 miles. And I'm going to pin it. So in between Union Park and Orlando, boom. Okay, I'm going to do 20-mile radius. Okay, and then target. So now I'm, that's 20-mile radius around there. Okay, or what I can do, remove that. I could just say a radius 20 miles around Winter Park, for example. Okay, Winter Park, Florida. Boom. Now it's 20 miles around Winter Park. Obviously, I can then come in here and I can edit this to be, 10 miles, or it can be 10 kilometers. All right, save. Now it's 10 miles. Okay, so you can get really granular. You can say, all right, well, I'm going to do Orlando, and then let's do Titusville. Yep. Oh, no, sugar. Let's go. Yeah, it's 10 miles around. So 20 miles around Titusville, 10 miles around Orlando. Okay, you get the idea. All right, so you can get pretty granular on your targeting. All right, if you just want to focus just on Orlando, you can come in here, or just let's say Daytona Beach. Daytona Beach. Okay, target. So now I'm targeting just Daytona Beach. Okay, so now my business is targeting 10 miles around Winter Park, 20 miles around Titusville, and Daytona Beach. Okay, so you can get pretty granular with your targeting. Okay, go in here, have it apply. You can't break it. All right, hit save. All right, now, here's another thing. Under location options, okay, this is a traffic trap that Google will puts in place to take more of your money. So under target, right, it says presence or interest. So it says people regularly in, or who've shown interest in your target locations, and they say it's recommended. Okay, we don't recommend this at all, because Orlando, to say for example, is a huge tourism destination. Okay, now there'll be lots of people who are interested in Orlando, but they don't live in Orlando. Okay, so I don't want my ads showing up on their Google search. Okay, so what you want to do is presence, people in or regularly in your targeted location. Okay, so this is the one that we use the most, what we use all the time. Okay, because it's only going to pick people who are in or regularly in Orlando. Okay, which is mostly going to be people who live in Orlando area or in Titusville or Daytona Beach. Okay, so target locations. Okay, presence. Make sure you tick that. All right, audience segments. This is what you can do. This is a little bit more advanced. I won't go too much into it, but you can say, you can target specific types of people or specific niches of people or specific interests that people are interested in. But in this case, we're not going to focus much on that because I want anyone that is going to need electrical services. All right, so don't worry too much about audience segments at this time. Now, budget, obviously budget, it's a brand new ad account. Okay, it's going to take time. It's going to take a couple weeks for Google Ads to optimize itself. Okay, so you want to give it a bit of budget. All right, we're going to do another video on determining how much budget you should be spending. And if that video has been created, there'll be a link above that will send you to that video, which will show you how to determine if you'll be profitable before you even start advertising. So check that video out. So in this case, let's just say $25 a day. Okay. Now, what do we want to focus on? Our bidding strategies. Okay, this is really important. Now, Google will say, we recommend you do maximum conversion or clicks or whatever it may be. Okay, well, I want to have complete, utter control over my bidding. All right, so I come down here, select the bid strategy directly. They say not recommended. I recommend it. Okay, so you come on here and manual CPC. Okay, you pick manual CPC. All right, now what we want to do is you may have an option at some stage to do enhanced CPC. Okay, we don't want to do that just yet because we have no conversion data on our account. All right, if you choose, for example, maximize conversions, or if you choose manual CPC with enhanced CPC, all right, what's going to happen is that Google's going to it's not going to know what a conversion is. All right, so it's going to try to optimize for something it doesn't really know what it is. Does that make sense? Okay, so for now, let's just go off manual CPC. Now, show more settings. Okay, yep. So if you have your conversion set up, they'll be in here. Normally, just account level conversion settings will work fine. Ad rotation. So if you have multiple ads, what you'll find is that when you first create a number of ads inside your ad group, Google very, very quickly will decide which ad it prefers, and it will send all the traffic to that ad. Okay, and you'll get very little traffic to any of the other ads. So it's not really split testing the ads properly. Okay, you should have 3 ads. We recommend having 3 ads in each ad group, but it's not really testing it properly. So to begin with, I like to have do not optimize rotate ads indefinitely. Okay, and that way for sure which ads are how each ad's going to get 20 clicks each, or each ad's going to get a similar amount of impressions, and you'll know very quickly, usually within a week, which ads are going to get the most clicks. Because that's the point of the ad, is to generate a click to get to your website. All right. So rotate ads indefinitely. Now, under here, extensions. Now, I will do another video on ad extensions. These are really, really important. And that video will be in a link up here. So go and check that video out. But if you have, like, for example, say if you send people to your website, right, you have an About Us or a testimonial page or different services page, whatever it may be, you can do site links. Okay, these are really good to have, these different site links. Okay, but I will do another video specifically just on these extensions. So hit save and continue. So what happens here? This is where we are setting up our ad group. Okay, so we have on the top, we have our campaign level. We have our ad group level, which is where we set up our keywords and our bids on our keywords. And then we have our ad level, okay, which is where obviously where our ads are going to be. So our ad group name. So these are going to be like near me. So near me. So these are going to be like near me keywords, right? So before you get to this stage, what you want to do is have an idea of what keywords you want to advertise on. Okay, and how much you want to bid for those. Now, I will do a video on how to do keyword research through the Keyword Planner, and that will be in a link right up here. All right, so let's just say I've done my keyword research and I've come to the conclusion that my keywords are roughly going to be about $4 or $5 a click, and I want to advertise $4. Okay. Usually you can start low and then work your way up, right? Till you start getting some more traction, or you can start high and start high. So you start high, so you get lots of traction really quick, and then you can just slowly optimize and bring it down more. It depends what your budget is, depends on what you want to do, or you can start in the middle. You can start in the middle and see how it goes. Okay, but in this case, we should say $4. Now, under the keywords. So if you look down here, okay. It says keyword broad match, okay. Keyword with with quotation around it is a phrase match, and then keyword with brackets around it is exact match, okay. Now, Google has actually changed the way it does these things, and it's really, really frustrating. And I'm going to save you a lot of hardship and a lot of drama by showing you exactly what you need to do right now. So never use broad match unless it's like a remarketing campaign, right? Where like not remarketing, so like a branded campaign where it's your own business's name that you're advertising on. Okay, never use broad match. I mean, you will get anything and everything under the sun. Okay, never use broad match. So Just say I have electrician near me. Okay, so this is a broad match version. Okay, what I want to do is I want to put it as exact match and as a phrase match. So quotation, electrician near me. Okay, all right. Or then we could put electrical services near me. Okay. Electrical services near me. Okay. Or emergency electrician near me. Right? And emergency electrician near me. I'll make sure I'm spelling it right. All right. So you want to try and do both exact match and phrase match. So what will happen is exact match, you will get people typing electrician near me, or people who are typing in similar keywords that Google feels that it's someone looking for an electrician. Okay. It used to be they would have to type in electrician near me. Well, like your ad would not show up on any other searches unless it was electrician near me, but they changed it. Okay. And phrase match, what happens? You type in phrase match, you put electrician near me, you could show up for electrical contract services, Titusville, electrical contract services, Orlando, or, emergency repair, electrician, in Winter Park, or maybe. So you show up on similar keywords, but they're not exactly like this. Okay. They're not, sometimes they're a fair bit different than this is. But what you want to do in a nutshell, you want to try and have both exact match and phrase match. Okay. And then as you're getting data going into your campaign, you can go through and you can look at the search terms. And I will do a video on how to do this. I'll link it right there. And I will show you how to determine, how to find what search terms you're showing up on. And then you can add those, if they're profitable keywords, you can add those to your ad group here. Again, I'll show you I'll do another video on how to do that, how to add new keywords to this. All right. And then hit save and continue. All right. So now we're to our ad section. Okay. So this type of ad right here. This is called a responsive ad. Now, there are two ad types inside Google. There's responsive ads, which is this one, and then there's expanded text ads, which is another type. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. But Google is actually getting rid of expanded text ads. I don't know why. It's annoying, but that's what Google does. They're getting rid of expanded text ads in June of 2022. Okay, so if you're watching this after June of 2022, expanded text ads are probably already gone. Okay, so there are responsive ads. So obviously, going over our ad up here, I'll find a URL. Okay. So now the display path here. Okay, now a lot of people, they skip over display path. Okay, you don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to put your keywords, or try and put your keywords inside here. Okay, so you can put, just say you're advertising Orlando, then you put will it let me do it? No, it's not letting me do it. So you can put Orlando electrician, or you can do electrician near me. Okay. And so what happens is, it just, by doing this, by putting, trying to put your keywords inside your display path, what it's doing is that's going to increase your ad relevance. Okay. So you want to make sure that the keywords you're advertising on, the ads are relevant to those keywords. Okay. by having a high ad relevance, it's going to increase your ad rank. Okay, having a high ad rank, it's going to decrease your advertising costs. All right. Now I will do another video about what ad rank is, how to improve your ad rank, and that you can go to that video by clicking up there in the link. All right. So display path's done. Moving on to our headlines. Okay. So in our headlines, right now with responsive ads, what happens is that you could put up to, I think it's like 15 headlines, right? And what it does is it takes three of those 15 headlines, right? And it just it just randomizes them all, okay? Just completely randomizes all the headlines, okay? So this headline could be number 1, this could be number 2, that could be number 3. Or that could be number 1, that could be 3, and that could be 2, okay? Now this is good, but again, I'm a bit of a control freak. I like to have control over my ads and what's being shown. So I will show you how to make sure certain headlines are going to show up on certain spots on your ad. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to have the keyword be the number 1 headline. Okay. So I could put Orlando electrician. Okay. Or it could be, top Orlando electrician, or number 1, electrician in Orlando. I'll say number 1 electrician in Orlando. Okay, or you can put your local electrician. Or electrician near you. Okay. Or it could be Orlando emergency. I'm going to do it. Emergency electrician. Okay. Or let's see here. Emergency electrician near me. Okay. Yeah. So I want to try to have my keyword in my first headline. Okay. Now, the way you make sure that this headline shows up on the number 1 headline spot, okay? See a little pin here? You click on that pin, position 1. Position 1. Okay? And you can put all these headlines into the positions. Okay? So that means that only these headlines will show up right here. They won't show up headline 2. They won't show up headline 3. Okay? If you go into, okay? They won't show up. They only show up here. Okay? Your local. They only show up here. Right? And then what you can do, right? What I like to do is I like to put the name of my business. Right? So put Marcus's electrical services. Right? And then you put number 2. So now these headlines are here will only show up on number 1, and this right here will only show up on number 2. All right. And then in number 3, what I like to do is I like to put some kind of best in the game or on time every time. You know how annoying it is when tradesmen are late all the time. On time every time. Or we could put, we can fix any faults. Okay. Or trusted for 500 years. Okay. Trusted 500 years. Okay. So now what you do is you go, all right, position 3, position 3, position 3, position 3. Okay. And so that's how you can make sure that headlines are only being shown in different spots, right? But what ends up happening though is if you don't put these pins in place, right? What can happen is if you just have them going anywhere. Let's see if I do it. So I'll just remove all these. Okay. So what can happen is you can get all sorts of stuff here. So yeah, so top we can fix any fault, your local electrician, market electrical services, and see how it just kind of randomizes everything. And sometimes it's, most of the time it looks all right, but a lot of times, it looks kind of funny sometimes because it may have like two of these and maybe one of these. It doesn't really have, your ad, your keyword in the ad. So I like to pin them in place. All right. Now, and you can do the same thing in descriptions. Okay. So in your descriptions, okay. Now you want to try and have your keyword at least 3 times inside your ad, at least 3 times. Okay. This will give you a really high ad relevance. Okay. So you're going to have it in your display path, you're going to have it in your headline, and you want to have it in your description. Now you don't want to jam it in there. Okay. It needs to flow well. It needs to, feel natural. Okay. You just can't put, electrician near me, electrician near me, electrician near me. Okay. It has to flow and look natural. Okay. So you can put here, we are Orlando's best and brightest electricians near you. Okay, kind of fits, kind of. And you could, established, 1973, with, multiple, with hundreds of Google 5-star ratings. Okay. Then you can also add 4 descriptions. Okay, and again, you can with the descriptions. I'm not really too phased about pinning them. What you do want to try to have though is you want to try to have the description with your keyword in it. You want to try to have it in your ad all the time. So whether it's position 1, position 2, doesn't make a difference. Okay, but you want to try and you need to have at least 2 descriptions. Okay. Now, add URL options. This is something that you don't really need to worry about right now. And then you hit done. Okay. Then you go through and you can create another ad. If you wanted to, we hit save and continue. Beautiful. Okay. And we'll hit publish. Okay. And that's it. That's it. Now, normally it says 1 to 2 days. Takes maybe like a couple hours, usually at most, maybe 4. But then if you go back to your campaigns, okay, boom, there's our campaign. All right. Now, if you want to do an expanded text ad, you can't do these type of ads after June 2022. Now, if you want to create a new ad, you go back to your ad level. Now, I did that pretty quick. I'll show it to you real slowly. So you go to your campaign, you click into campaign, right? Click in your ad group that you want to choose. Okay, go to ads extensions here, and this is your ads. All right, and you click on add. Now, to do an expanded text ad, right, you want to click on responsive search ads up here. Okay, use expanded text ads instead. All right. Oh, last thing is, look, see here where it has this ad strength right here. Don't worry too much about that. Okay, that's just Google. They don't like you pinning things. Okay, and so yeah, I won't worry too much about that one. But up here, use expanded text ads instead. You see, yep, starting June 30, 2022, no longer be able to create or edit expanded text ads. Okay, so in the meantime, what you want to do is you want to try and take the best headlines that you feel are from your responsive ad you just created, and you want to place them in here. Okay, so basically everything's the same as responsive ad, except you only have 3 choices. Okay, and you can't pin these. This is headline 1, headline 2, and 3. Okay, this doesn't change. They don't rotate around or nothing. Okay, so same funnel URL. Choose your 3 best headlines that you feel are from your responsive ads. Stick them in here. Same thing with the display path. Same thing with descriptions, and then hit save ad. Okay. And then what you want to try and do, okay, is in each ad group, okay, you want to try to have at least 3 ads right now. Okay. So we're going to try to have 1 responsive ad and 2 expanded text ads. Okay, so you want to try and create 2 more of those. Because what that does is that just gives Google a chance to split test. That basically gives you an opportunity to split test multiple ads, right? And then you can find out which ads are getting the most clicks, which ads are generating higher CTR, right? Click-through rate, and you can try and beef up your click-through rate through different ad strategies. Okay. And so, yeah, so that's how basically, guys, that's how you want to set up and start running your ad campaigns. Now, another quick note before you start running ads is you want to make sure that you have your billing, okay, your billing all set up. Okay, you need to make sure you have that set up too. Otherwise, your ads aren't going to run. Now, the way that Google charges you on billing is they charge you once you reach, I think by default, it's $500. So once your account reaches $500 in ad spend, they charge you, or they charge you every 30 days if you don't meet that $500. So if you're spending like $10 a day, okay, or $15 a day, all right, they're going to charge you every 30 days. And so I believe there is a way of increasing that, but I'm not going to show you that in this video right now. So guys, look, I hope you had some good learning opportunities in this video. Like, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. If there are any types of videos, any type of training videos that you guys want to see, please pop them in the comment section. We monitor the comment section, and we appreciate any feedback that you guys may have. If you guys have any videos that you want us to make, pop in the comment section, and we'll make note of that, and then we'll start creating these types of videos, because you guys know what you want, and we try to deliver what's going to help you guys with your Google and your YouTube ad marketing. Okay, guys, again, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you in the next video.